Welcome back to our YouTube channel. This video is going to go over our NFL picks for Week 7. As always, please feel free to go out to Twitter and give us a follow at jwint815. Again, NFL picks for Week 7.
So recap of Week 6. We went 3-4 on the week and had a little bit of a loss, but it could have been a lot worse had Indianapolis not covered that last game for us towards the end. So we had Denver -4. They did not quite cover against Browns going into overtime. We had .4, losing $40 there. Tennessee -2.5 got slaughtered by Miami. We lost $80 there. San Diego was able to cover the 10 points against Green Bay, so we had .4 there. Kansas City was very, very close to covering against Minnesota. Didn't quite get it done. Lost 6 there. And Baltimore -2.5 got handled by San Francisco. New Orleans did get the job done for us on Thursday Night Football at home. .6 there for a $55 profit. And then last but not least, the backdoor cover that Indianapolis had for us, .8 units for a $73 profit. In total, that was a $76 loss, .76, bringing our season total to a profit of .56 units, $56 for the $100 better.
Moving on in with our picks for Week 7. Our first game is in the AFC, Pittsburgh -2 at Kansas City. This is the 1 o'clock Eastern game on CBS. Kansas City, they're really struggling this year. There's no Jamal Charles. Jeremy Maclin might not play. The Chiefs' offense is really going to struggle in this game, as they have all season, to put up points. Andy Reid and the play calling has just not been what it needs to be this season. Pittsburgh, on the other hand, some of the best weapons in the NFL. Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell. They got Martavius Bryant back last week. Pittsburgh really has something to play for, going against a Chiefs team that's only 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 games. Pittsburgh -2. That being said, Landry Jones, as of this video, is scheduled to get the start. Ben Roethlisberger, Michael Vick are still injured. With that being said, we're recommending Pittsburgh -2. If you can get the number for that low, Pittsburgh -2 for 1.4 units.
Our second pick of the week are the Jets going into New England in Foxborough. The Jets, we're starting to become believers in them, and we're going to have to accept that the Jets are actually a solid football team this year. They've got the #1 defense in the NFL, only allowing 15 points per game, and that's going to be the toughest test that the Patriots have seen yet this year. So with that in mind, we like getting the 9 points. We think that is a very good value. So we're going to head and take the Jets at +9. Note that they are 7-1 against their spread in their last 8 games. So 1 unit on the Jets headed to New England.
Our third game of the week, moving to the NFC, the Detroit Lions at home against Minnesota. Detroit is getting 2.5 points. We're really not a believer in Teddy Bridgewater or the Minnesota Vikings this year. We think the Lions, you're really getting some good value here. They've been close in a couple of games this year. We think Matthew Stafford, Calvin Johnson, they're going to continue to get it moving a little bit on offense. We think Detroit's going to be able to move the ball up and down the field and really look to make a run towards the end of the season. The Vikings are only 0-4 against the spread in the last 4 as a road favorite. And again, Matthew Stafford against Teddy Bridgewater, getting a couple points with Matthew Stafford at home in Detroit. We're recommending a .8 unit play on this game.
Our final pick for the week are the Cowboys headed into the Giants. Really, you only need one bullet point for this, and that's the fact that Matt Castle is going to be starting at quarterback. Bless his heart, but he's only had a couple weeks to learn the Cowboys' offense, and with that in mind, I would be shocked to see the Cowboys score more than single digits in this game. So we're taking the Giants to cover that 3.5 point spread. They've looked all right this year. Eli's been throwing the ball around pretty well, other than a couple picks last week, but one of those definitely wasn't his fault. So we like the Giants to cover this game. The Cowboys, they've been a mess without Romo. They haven't been able to really do anything. They tried weeding for a couple weeks, didn't work out. So now they're handing the ball to Matt Castle, and we don't see it going any better. The Giants, on their hand, they're 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 as a home favorite of 3.5 to 10 points. And the Cowboys are 1-4 against the spread in their last 5. So with this in mind, we are taking .8 units on the Giants.
In conclusion, for this week in the NFL, we gave you 4 games. I really feel pretty strongly about these games. The total number of units is 4.4. Really looking to get back on track here in week 7. We gave you Pittsburgh -2, New York Jets +9. Both of those games we feel very strongly about, 1.4 units on each. Detroit +2.5, and the New York Giants -3.5. Again, 4 games, a total of 4.4 units. We feel very good going into this weekend and looking to get back on track to make a profitable NFL season. Again, please go out to Twitter and give us a follow at JWint815, at JWINT815.
One thing I'd like to note on the last side, I did show the Giants as 0.8 units play, but in our review, it's a 1 unit play. I'd like to correct that error. 1 unit is what you should play on that game. Feeling pretty good about it.